Son, are you? Ah! Hi everybody, my name is Spaceshamen. Welcome aboard. I hope that you have a lovely time here. Here we have After Hours. I was informed of a very special game, this being said game, that if any of you have been around the space station or are familiar with me or my content, you all know, based off the FNAF series alone, that I am absolutely head over heels for one of the very special Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics from Security Breach. And if it was obvious enough based off of the current logos and designs, then I will be happy to tell you that it is in fact Sun and Moon. So the game info for this is going to be linked in the description down below for you to play this for yourself. I want to highly encourage you to go do so because the creator of this game is an indie creator and they are an absolutely fantastic artist. So I want to very, very heavily encourage you all to go download it yourselves and enjoy their content because holy free holies, based off of what I've seen, oh my goodness, this is going to be an absolute treat for all of us. And like I said, go show them some support. Be sure to show them some love because if this game is anything like it's anticipated to be, then we want more. We definitely want some more game from this creator. So yeah, down in the descriptions, go check it out. It's called After Hours. Ooh, here we go. What's your name? My name is Space. Or I could go with my pseudonym. I could go with my human name. Let's go with our human name. Alright. Oh, the cute little doodles. Oh my goodness, they're so precious. Oh gosh. Oh, they're so cute. Is this correct? Yes. We get our own little Pizzaplex badge. That's adorable. Rhea, Rhea, wake up. No sleeping on the job. I jolt awake, a bright light in my eyes and someone's hand over my shoulder. While I block it out with my arm, Vanessa finally turns off her flashlight and lightly scoffs in annoyance. How long was I asleep at this table? Lowering my arm, I have a small toolbox in front of me, and my phone is resting where I had my head laid down. Its shape is probably imprinted on my face right now. Good lord, Rhea! When was the last time you slept? Probably a week ago? Probably a week ago. Ah, very funny. Just get up and get started. I'll keep quiet if you do your job, alright? Very kind of you. Yeah, sure. Alright, get to it. Vanessa walks off as I stand up and stretch, feeling my joints pop when I raise my arms above my head. Deciding not to waste any more time, I pick up my toolbox and phone before heading through the massive doors leading into the daycare. The daycare's bright lights and rainbow colors are practically blinding compared to the rest of the Pizzaplex. Or maybe I just haven't fully woken up yet. Alright, okay, alright, I'm gonna take a second, because I cannot emphasize how excited I am to be playing this game. I am so hyped, and when I heard it was finally out, I grabbed it. I grabbed it, and you're obviously watching the results of that right now. But I'm so excited! Ah, it's so, oh, I can't wait. Oh my goodness, time to get this over with. I open up a panel behind the desk and cringe at the mess of wires in the wall. As much as I wish I could, I can't rush through this. I'll have to deal with each generator one at a time. Okay, so we're setting up and fixing the generators, okay. Just call me an electrician, because I've got you covered. Whatever, if it means that I get to go to sleep sooner, I'll do it. I do need to sleep. I'm feeling a little loopy right now. It's late in the evening. Click the end of each cable in the correct order to proceed. Okay. All right. We've got 1. Boop. And a 2. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, is that 2? Oh, a 3. Jump. Standing back, I stretch again, palms on my back as I let out a tired sigh. That is until I hear the faint sound of what I think are gears and other mechanical bits turning, followed by some landing in the ball pit near the back. Ah! I'm pretty sure that it's just the daycare attendant. After all, they should be the only other thing in here, and the small stage leading into their room is directly above the ball pit. Not that I know a lot about them, the staff hasn't said much. And since I'm still new here, I haven't even met them yet, nor have I met the other animatronics like the glam rocks or the DJ Music Man. Most of the robots I've gotten acquainted with have been staff bots all over the building. I start walking to the ball pit, scanning it for signs of movement as I stand on the edge. That is until... Ah! Oh my god! I got jump scared by him. He's there! Ah, he's so cute! Oh my god. Oh, hey there, friend. I don't remember seeing you around. Are you new here? Something or someone jumps up in front of me and I'm suddenly lifted off the ground. Ah! You're getting carried away in his arms. Before I can even answer, I notice his eyes turning a light blue color, scanning me. Hey, watch where you put those. I'm stunned into silence, staring at the robot in front of me as he steps out of the ball pit, holding me from underneath my arms as if I weigh nothing. Ah! Don't put me down. I want to behold. Yeah. Oh, that's so fun! It's not every day I see a new member of staff here. Gets pretty empty when the kids all go home, you know. Look at the little details in their face. It's so cute. I'll definitely have to get used to how energetic this guy seems. He finally sets me back down, making sure that I'm able to stand on both feet before letting go. Thanks, and yeah, I'm new here. I'm just finishing up my first week, actually. Oh, and how's that been? Good, I hope. Yeah, it's gone pretty smoothly so far. I start walking back to the desk, but the tall robot decides to follow me. He's going with us. By the way, could you tell me your preferred name? My name's Sun, but most people come up with all sorts of nicknames. Oh, they do, buddy. Like Sunny, Sunray, Sundew. Some of the kids even call me Sundrop, like the candy. Oh, not gonna lie, I thought that your name was Sundrop until now. Oh, that's fine. A lot of people do that. The name kind of stuck over time, which is fine by me. Cool. My preferred name is Rhea, by the way. Well, it's great to meet you, Rhea. I can't help but smile a bit. But duty calls. So I make my way back to one of the computers on the desk. I can finally see his face reflected on the screen as he watches what I'm doing. What you need the light off for? I have to test if all the generators in here to make sure that they're working. Whoever messed with them the last time left them a mess, so I have to do it one at a time. Uh-huh. Considering how wordy he's been so far, such a short answer tells me something's up. Was it you? Was it you, son? Did you mess them up, or was it the staff? Then again, I just met the guy. I could be overanalyzing. Is something wrong? Something wrong? No, I just noticed how tired you look, that's all. Oh, that's right. We look like we haven't slept in a week. Oops. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something for you. What? Why? Just something to help you through the night. Judging by how many wires and generators you have to deal with, I have a feeling that you might be here for a while. Fair enough. There's a lot of untangling. Just based off of that first interaction with the generators, that's a lot of untangling. Fair enough. Sun smiles before walking off somewhere. I put in the command to turn off the power in the daycare. Ooh. It's spooky. The music once playing from the speakers in the ceiling comes to a halt, silence blanketing over the massive daycare as the computer screens become my only light source. Removing my flashlight from my belt, I turn it on as I start making my way towards the play structure, since that's where the generators are located for some reason. I have always wondered that. Why are they, like, inside... Why are they inside the play structures and not easily accessible all together in one location, like, closer to the back of the daycare, where those, like, castles are? They could be, like, sitting and resting on top of the castles or something, like, out of the reach of the kids. It's eerily quiet as I try finding this structure with the first generator. The lack of true ambiance forces my footsteps to echo. Spooky. The glowing red light of one of the generators enters my sight, so I continue on. Somewhere above me, I hear gears turning. I shine my flashlight towards the ceiling, only to see nothing there. Sun? Sun? I flinch at the noise, frantically shining my light to see what's there. That didn't sound like sun. Sun, are you? Ah! It's so fast! Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I dropped my flashlight and I'm sitting on the ground after stumbling back from being startled. In front of me is the robot I've seen on the Moondrop posters, giggling hysterically. He seems proud of himself. I sigh and pick up my flashlight and get back up to continue what I was doing. Well, if I wasn't awake before, I definitely am now. He finally stops laughing after I say that. He makes a noise that sounds like he's clearing his throat before he starts to follow me. Sorry for the scare. I couldn't help myself. Sure. I take the first path into the play structure I see, hoping to find the first generator sooner rather than later. You're going the wrong way. Am I? I turn around as he has his arms crossed as he leans against the structure. Yep, I could lead you to the generators if that would make you feel better. I think about that for a second. If this guy's anything like Sun, hopefully he actually meant what he says. Fine. I crawl back out of the structure and he starts leading me to a different path. He clearly knows his way around since we find the generator rather easily. There you go. He sits beside me as I go to turn it on, his glowing red eyes watching me as I do my job. Maybe it's just me, but don't you think that those red eyes are kinda intimidating for a daycare attendant? Yes, I've been told that before, but it was a bug that made them look like this, but that's been resolved. The red eyes stuck, but they're not hurting anyone. Fair enough. The red does look kinda cool with the blue and white. Why, thank you. I roll my eyes, a faint smile on my face. Now that I think about it, I never told you my name, did I? I already know it's Rhea. My. Oh, did Sun tell you? In a way, we're technically the same. You two, let's see. What does that mean? We are the same body. I mean, Sunny can still see and hear everything that's going on as we speak. Huh, so he was in on the prank too? No, he's still lecturing me for it. Aha, aha. It serves you right. I was just messing with you, but if you want, I won't do it again. For now. I mean, I don't think it's gonna benefit us as an employee to keep getting jump scared like that. I don't want to accidentally risk a heart attack. Don't. You all, I don't think you understand. I don't think you all understand. I love this man. Leaning back against the wall of the structure. Look at you doing a silly lean. Oh my goodness. I do think that you should continue with that job of yours, though. Alright, right, on it. Focusing back. I gotta pull my focus back to these generators. I gotta find some other place for my eyes not to blatantly stare at you. Oh my goodness. And watch the red light on the device turn green. Well, it looks like that works. I flip it again before making my way back out of the structure, and I hear Moon following close behind. Standing up straight, I attach my flashlight to my belt before stretching my arms above my head. I sigh, arms drooping back to my sides as I go to turn on the lights on from my desk. I hear the lights turn back on and the music and the daycare start playing as I turn around, and flinch at the sight of Sun already there, smiling brightly. Hello again! Hey, so you two just switch out whenever you need to? Nope, it depends on whether the lights are on or not. I'm in charge when the lights are on, and Mooney's in charge when they're off. I still don't like that he decided to scare you, though. Weirdly enough, the sight of him irritated with his arms crossed is weirdly endearing. So cute. Oh! He's so angry. Look at his little face. Hey, don't worry about that. I'm over it. Sun just pouts, turning his head away from me. I smile at the sight. Why do they keep the generators in there anyway? Don't you think that it would kind of be dangerous to keep the generators in the place that kids would be playing in? Oh, well, that's just a temporary thing. They've kind of been out of commission, so thankfully they couldn't hurt anyone anyways. And when exactly are these things getting removed? Sun looks like he's about to respond, but goes silent for a minute. I can literally hear the gears turning in his head. He just shrugs. Well, isn't that reassuring? I turn back to the desk so I can keep track of my progress. On it is a short checklist to keep track of how each generator is working. Oh, he's so cute! Look at his little face! He's so sweet! I want that pen! Oh, if they were so merch, I want that as merch. Oh my goodness. Ah! Oh, so cute! Look at his sweet little face! I start looking around for a pen when Sun sticks his hand out in front of me, holding one with the cute little dinosaur on the cap. This is totally just the best. Oh! Here you go! I smile at the gesture, taking the pen so I can mark my progress. Thanks! Alright, here we go again. I go back to the cables, sighing at the tangled mess that I still have to deal with. Oh! Oh, we're back. Back at the generators. This is one big mess. Alright. So cute. The music is adorable. Aww. I think that's one. There we go. What a cute little idea to put a mini game like this in here. Oh, I stand up and take a look at my work. Time to do it all again, I guess. As I go to turn off the light again, I hear music blasting from somewhere else, which is weird, since usually the radio is off when the Pizza-plex is closed for the night. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Any idea what that music is? That's the DJ! He makes his own music, so it's not out of the ordinary to hear it during the night when everyone's gone home. I'd love to be friends with him, but I'm too busy to leave this place most of the time. Really? Yep. When was the last time you left this place? Okay, well, technically I've never left. But every hour when the power gets routed, Mooney goes on patrol around the Pizza-plex to make sure that we don't get any intruders. He says that the DJ makes for good company. I rub my eyes, feeling my lack of sleep catching up with me again. Oh no, the stress of a new job is really taking a toll on my sleep schedule. Could it really be that? I guess they must just, you can take naps all you want, but if you're not getting a restful enough night's sleep, then you basically might not, you shouldn't be sleeping because it's messing with yourself. You need a good quality sleep. Intruders? Why do they need Moon to patrol the place? Why do they need Moon to patrol the place? Isn't that what the staff bots are for? The staff bots help alert Moon to anything or anyone that shouldn't be there. I let out a yawn as I go back to the computer. That's cool. Switching the lights off, the daycare once again descends into mostly silence. I hear gears whirring behind me as Moon hums slightly. I'm still tired, Rhea. Oh boy, what gave it away? I want to be... We're gonna be a little bit sassy with them. I think it'll be okay. It'll be fine, right? Oh boy, what gave it away? You look like you're going to pass out. I wish I could. I hear Moon step away for a minute. Yawning again, I take my flashlight off my belt and I start to approach the play structures, stopping once I'm a few feet away from the desk. I wait for Moon to come back, since I have a feeling I'll get lost if he doesn't help me with finding the other generators. Hearing the sound of gears whirring above me, I point my flashlight towards the ceiling. I don't know if you all can like hear it in my voice, and I know that I almost have an eternal smile plastered on my own face, but my cheeks hurt so bad from how much I'm smiling right now. Hearing the sound of gears whirring above me, I point my flashlight towards the ceiling. He's easier to find this time, probably because he's not trying to startle me again. He lowers himself to the floor, a long cable hooked onto his back from the ceiling, so that's how he flies around the place. There you are. Here, take this. He holds out an already opened soda can for me to take, a grape-flavored fizzy fast to be specific. Thanks. No problem. Sunny meant to get it for you earlier, but I had something different in mind. He has a smug grin on his face. Okay, alright. Oh, that's right, you decided to scare me half to death. Come on, live a little. I roll my eyes back and take a sip of the carbonated heart attack in a can. Checking the watch on my other hand, I see that it's already nearing 1 in the morning. For the hours I've spent awake, I've gotten surprisingly little done. Great. You want to help with the other generators or what? Moon's expression didn't change. She just stares at me for a moment before speaking. You sound exhausted. I am exhausted. Because I haven't been focusing on getting enough sleep. Shouldn't you take a break then? I take another sip of soda, raising an eyebrow. And do what? Well, I have my hourly patrol to take care of. You could always tag along. Aw, we're getting invited! We're getting on patrol! Aw, okay. Can't have to keep working. Aw, no, we're gonna go with them. Let's go explore. If we keep working, we're gonna get the generators done too fast, and I don't want to do that. I want to hang out. I want to do stuff. You know what? Sure. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, you know what? Sure. Just as long as Vanessa doesn't see me, I guess. Moon's smile grew ever so slightly at my statement, but it seemed like more of a genuine smile than his gremlin look from earlier. He is a little gremlin. I doubt that'll happen. The 𝘃𝙤𝙪𝙧 is a big place, so the chances of her running into us are rather small. I know, but still. Trust me, it won't happen. Besides, you need to take it easy for a while. You look like you'll pass out if you stand here for too long. I'd love to, if I didn't have a job to do. The cable's still attached to his back. Moon hovers ever so slightly above the ground before approaching me. Just imagine, like, he's just like a couple inches off the ground and he's just like hovering. He doesn't even want to walk. You know what? If I could do that, I probably would do the same thing. Not right now, you don't. Without another word, Moon wraps his arms around my torso. Ooh, before the cable lifts him up at least 40 feet above the ground. Oh my god. Holy. Panicked, I cling to him as I stare at the ground far beneath us. That's a long way down. Oh no. Moon doesn't seem to react, simply navigating the air, carrying me with him. Don't worry, I won't drop you. You better not. You better not. You better not. You better not. Oh, Moon clearly knows this place like the back of his hand, because it only takes a few minutes for us to reach the atrium, with the giant holograms of the glam rock still active despite the 𝘃𝙤𝙪𝙧 being closed for the night. We pass over a few security bots who pay us no mind. Occasionally one will look up at us and then continue on with the same blank expression as every other bot. I eventually start to get used to being this high up off the ground. Moon says nothing as he scans the area for intruders, thankfully seeing nothing out of the ordinary. Moon lands on the railing of the 3rd floor of the atrium, likely about to change directions and head somewhere else. That is until an alarm starts blaring from one of his speakers and he suddenly turns to look in a different direction. Hopping off the railing, Moon sets me down before hovering off the ground again. Stay here. One of the staff bots alerted me to an intruder. Oh, intruder alert, intruder alert. Before I can get another word in, Moon leaves, pushing off the railing to give himself a boost as he flies off. Sighing, I look up to see another staff bot looking at me, seemingly confused. Look at, he's so cute. Look at this, just the bombastic side eye. Oh gosh. Just guessing by the way it stops and tilts its head when it sees me. It's hard to tell what these guys are thinking when they're basically caning out. You'll tell me if Vanessa's nearby, right? You'll tell me if she's around. The bot stares. I stare back. I nod in understanding before going to sit in one of the booths at 𝘼𝙛𝙩𝙪𝙧𝙨. Staring at the menu on the other side of the small restaurant, I remember something important. I haven't eaten anything since, this morning? Uh-oh. Maybe that's why I feel so out of it. If only I could inhale the pictures of food on the wall. I try the next best thing and search behind the counter for basically anything that's edible. I find an unopened bag of nachos. Nice. Nice find. Nice get. Good enough. I head back to the booth, opening the bag of chips and eating my makeshift lunch. Peering back into the atrium, the bot isn't there anymore. From where I'm sitting, it looks like the number of staff bots around are pretty sparse in general. Maybe they're gone to whatever Moon is, not that I know where he went anyways. I don't think much of it, simply continuing to fuel up on chips while listening to the droning ambience of the many bright lights in the atrium. Ooh, I don't like that. That's a no, bad sound. Ooh, I can feel my ears ringing from the silence. That the sound of me eating the chips alone becomes deafeningly loud. The lack of ambiance is almost unbearable. Standing up, I go to throw away the now empty chip bag. Ooh. Oh, I hate that. Oh, that's awful with headphones. Oh, no. One hand on my head as my vision goes blurry for a moment. My vision's about to go blurry from this holy free holies. Ah! Walking back to the railing, I lean against it, looking down and squeezing my eyes shut as I try to quell the nauseating feeling. When I open them again, sorry. The sound is starting to, my vision still fading on while the strange red overlay seems to wash over what little I'm able to see. Stumbling back, I look around for one of the staff bots for help, disoriented by whatever is happening to me. But instead of staff bot, what I vaguely see approaching me from the right is a gray humanoid silhouette and two bright red eyes fixated on me. No! Absolutely not. We out. I startled. I make a run for the stairs, hoping to find a staff bot somewhere nearby. My vision still hasn't fixed itself. In fact, it's gotten worse, and I misstep and tumbled down the first short flight of stairs. I force myself back up, using the railing for support before something grabs the back of my shirt. Nope. Fight back, time, peace on out. Nope, we're peacing out. We fighting back. Get off me, don't touch me. I let go, and I try to swing at whoever grabbed me, missing due to my disoriented vision. I bump into the other railing before being dragged back up the stairs by one of my arms, my attacker having an iron grip on it. Looking up, I see someone clad in a gray rabbit costume, bright red eyes staring down at me with an eerily large, unmoving black grin. Oof, let go, let go! Ah! The sound of my voice is completely drowned by the strange sound in my ears, the face of the person fading in and out as my sight continues to worsen by the second. Oh, I will say that big blue bow is really cute, actually. That's really pretty. But this is terrifying. Reduced to a ragdoll, it gets harder and harder for me to try to escape as I'm dragged back into 𝘼𝙛𝙩𝙪𝙧𝙨. The ringing is overpowering by the sound of my own heart pounding in my head. We're nearing the kitchen at the back of the small restaurant, blocked off by a metal door. I'm running out of time. I try kicking my attacker, but they seem unfazed, using just one arm to drag me back. Oh, only one arm? Oh my god. Using just one arm to drag me back as the other one wields a large kitchen knife. They're going to kill me. I'm just barely able to cling onto the counter, trying to buy whatever time I can. Call for help. Help. Trying to call for anyone to help me, unsure if I can even be heard as my grip on the counter starts to slip. Call for a staff bot. My attacker has both hands on the back of my shirt and is pulling hard. One of my hands slipped from the counter. I can't hang on for much longer. I'm going to die. Call for Moon! Moon! Help me! My hand slips from the counter and I'm dragged back. I'm practically clawing at the floor, but the costume stranger yanks me back before pushing open the door to the kitchen and throwing me in. There's no lights in here, so I'm almost completely drowned in by the darkness as I land on the cold tile floor, save for the small beam of light coming from beyond the door. Oh, it's dark. Oh! Looking behind me, I see that bit of light start slipping away as the attacker's silhouette starts to merge with the darkness, their red eyes being the only thing I see. And probably the last thing I'll see. A beam of light from beyond the door floods back into the room, and the gray rabbit is nowhere to be seen. My vision finally starts to clear up as I look towards whatever landed nearby. Oh, his Moody came to save us! Oh! A different pair of red eyes look back at me and lunges at me before two familiar robotic arms grab me and pull me back out of the kitchen into the atrium. He saved us! Oh, I feel so safe. I feel so safe. Oh, I can finally see clearly, and the ringing noise is completely replaced by my racing heartbeat. My goodness! We almost died! Oh no! Flying back to the atrium to the daycare, Moon's grip on me is so strong that he's on the verge of crushing my spine. You know what? I'd hug that tight back, honestly though. He finally starts to slow down as we pass over the daycare wall, the once eerie silence hanging over us. He makes a smooth landing on the floor, the cable on his back unhooking and retreating back to the ceiling as I'm placed on the ground. He doesn't let go, though. It almost feels like his arms are shaking, or maybe that's me. I can't see his face. He's slouched in a way where my head is almost resting on his shoulder, and he's staring at the floor. His arms finally loosen as if he just let out a relieved sigh before letting go of me. No, don't let go. No, hang on. Hang on to me. I don't want to let go. I myself can't find the words for what just happened. Whenever I open my mouth to speak, my mind completely blanks. Instead, I drop to the floor. My fight or flight is still kicked in, and my hands are shaking uncontrollably. Oof. Ah, scary. Moon's expression darkens slightly. He does want to say something. His faceplate turns slightly, and he walks over to something on the floor a few yards away. My flashlight. He silently picks it up and returns it to me. I'm pretty sure I can hear his fans revving up, and he looks like he's deep in thought. He sits down in front of me, resting his faceplate on the palm of his hand. Did she hurt you at all? I fidget with the flashlight for a bit. The battery's dead. Oh, almost. I'm sorry for not being there sooner. Oh, no. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You could have died. Well, I didn't. You still showed up quickly enough that it didn't happen, so... Barely. Why do you care so much anyway? I basically just got here, and, well, you barely know me. This is my job. I don't just look after the kids that come in and out of the daycare. Everyone that steps into the building is my responsibility. That's a very heavy burden to bear, my moon-themed friend. And now that includes you too, Rhea. Oh. Moon suddenly gets back up and walks over to the massive doors by the desk. Where are you going? Locking this place up. Whoever attacked you is still in the building, and I can't leave you alone here to deal with it myself, and bringing you with me is too risky. I watch as Moon moves various objects in front of the door, from the desk chairs to smaller place structures, basically anything decently heavy enough to barricade the door. Can't you just lock it? I already did, but I'm not taking any chances. Oh my. Eventually, I'm able to stand up again and go over to the charging dock by the desk to recharge my flashlight. Rhea? I'm guessing that you'd rather get out of here sooner than later, right? I mean, if you want the honest answer, not in a rush to leave by myself, really. I live alone, so... Oh. Still, you can't stay here forever. Watch me. Well, whenever you want to keep going with the generators, just say the word. Right. I remove my flashlight from the charging dock, and sure enough, it works. I turn it on and point it back at the structures. Shall we? Moon nods, and we waste no time finding the next generator. Thankfully, it works just fine now. With that over with, we go back to the desk and turn the lights back on. Speaking of, I wonder how Sun's taking all of this. Moon did say that they can both see and hear everything that happens, even if they're not the one piloting the robot body. I catch a glimpse of the time as I'm turning the lights back on. It's 2 a.m. Oh my! Oh, it's so late in the night. The daycare is slowly lit up, and as usual, the music comes back on. Even with the cheerful music, the mood remains heavy as ever. However, I'm given no time to think as I'm spun back around by a very worried son, frantically checking me for any injuries. Oh my gosh! Are you sure you're okay, Ray? Poor thing! You must have been so scared! I'm so sorry we weren't there sooner. If only we knew, we would have... Oh, don't worry. I'm okay now. Son, don't worry about it. I'm okay. Son still looks guilty. He continues to check my arms and torso to see if I'm hurt, but at least he isn't pulling me around like a rag doll. I have to worry. Keeping everyone safe here is my job, and if I can't protect one person, then... Son is visibly distraught. His rays are practically drooping. Seems that didn't help much. Oh, he's getting a hug. Oh, you're getting a hug. Come here. It's a bit of a reach considering how tall he is compared to me, even when kneeling. But I managed to wrap my arms around Son's torso, hoping that'll calm him down. Son doesn't say anything, but instead hugs me back, his internal fans getting much louder. He has one arm around my torso and one hand softly holding the back of my head. Oh my goodness. That's a hug. It's a gentle hug. It feels safe. We say nothing for a few minutes. I was trying to calm him down, but honestly, this hug is a huge comfort for me too. No wonder they're trusted with kids. Even as an adult, I feel an odd sense of security around them. Considering what just happened, it feels nice. Question. Huh? What was Moon alerted to anyways? Oh, a little boy snuck in to see Freddy again. He seems irritated when he says that. Again? Yep. This isn't the first time the little rule breaker has snuck in here. Something tells me that the security isn't as strict as you would think, though, if a kid managed to sneak in more than once. But if he just wants to see Freddy, then I don't really see a problem with it. It's not like the kid's hurting anyone, and I doubt Freddy's gonna let him get into trouble. Huh! He seems almost playfully bitter. What did this kid even do? We know what he did. He knows what he did. Maybe I should ask later, though. I have to keep going with the generators. I don't get very far, though, before I'm suddenly picked up by Son. Where are we going? Son manages to carry me in one arm, using the other one to move various other objects in front of the massive door. Making sure no one's getting in here. Can't you put me down, though? No! After all that, there's no way I can leave you on your own now. What if that person finds you and we're not around? Son, we're in the same room. If that person somehow got in, I'm pretty sure you'd notice. Looking up at Son's face, I noticed the long cable lower from the ceiling and hook onto Son's back. Ah! Look at his face. He's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Yes, I want to be held. Yes, he's nice. Carry me so I don't have to walk. You heard Moon. We're not taking any chances. We suddenly jerk upwards, and I'm lifted into the air along with Son, albeit much faster and more recklessly than Moon. Hey, at least let me call Vanessa first. I don't think that she even knows about that freak since the staff bots didn't react at all. Oh gosh, you're right. Okay, but we're making it quick. Sure thing. Son suddenly changes directions in the air as we start heading back towards the desk. I think Son tried dropping from this height way too early as we basically start free-falling towards the ball pit. Ah! Ah! Oh, we're gonna grab him. I'm just barely able to grab onto Son before gravity takes me. We're both tangled in the cable, though. Once again, we're stunned into silence. Just when I thought that things were calming down, I feel my heart going a mile a minute from the adrenaline, and Son's internal fans are on full blast. I keep clinging onto Son for dear life as we're slowly lowered into the ball pit. Clutching my chest with one hand over my racing heart, I'm able to get out of the tangled mess pretty easily. Son is clearly having a harder time, though, just trashing in the tangled cables. Son, chill out. Let me get you out of that. No thanks. I'm fine. I can get out myself. I sigh, standing in silence for about a minute as Son fails to get himself out. Son finally stops, his faceplate drooping in defeat. Aww. Do you want my help now? Fine. Alright then, hold still for a second. Getting him out of the cables isn't hard, and once I'm done, I unhook the cable from his back and let it retreat back into the ceiling. I give Son a minute before I decide to speak again. You wanna get out of the ball pit now? Yeah. I can't tell if he's upset or embarrassed at what just happened as we exit the ball pit and make the walk back to the desk. That's kind of why I don't use the cable, funnily enough. I usually just leave it to Moon. Oh, really? Actually, I kind of get it now. Not to diss you or anything, but Moon seemed to know what he was doing, I think. Yep, he has a lot more time to practice because of patrols, plus being active whenever the kids are sleeping. Yep, he has a lot more time to practice because of patrols, plus being active whenever the kids are sleeping. So he doesn't go free-falling and end up in a tangled cable mess? Well, no, but I could do just as well. Oh, you try timer. Not doubting. Hey, I'm not doubting that at all. You just, need more practice. You tried your best, so I can't really be mad. Son smiles sheepishly as his rays start spinning at me. So cute. So cute! Ah! Well, I'm happy you think so. How he manages to be this endearing is beyond me. He really is as sunny as his name. I can't hold back a smile as I go to pick up my phone from the desk. Glancing back up at Son, I pull Vanessa's contact on my phone and hold it out for Son to take. You want to call Vanessa for me? I can work on the next generator in the meantime. Yes, please! Son wastes no time grabbing the phone and calling Vanessa. And I leave him to it as I go sort out the next mess of cables. Aha! I totally didn't register with me that this is little helpy. I don't know why it didn't register. Okay, but on to our next mess of cables. Oh no! Oh, my. Dos. Tres. Siete. Let's go. Alright. Standing up straight, I stretch my arms over my head as I glance back at Son on the phone. He has the device held out in front of him, probably on speaker mode, and he seems concerned. Not that I was really paying attention to what he was doing just now. There's no need for that. I'm sure you'll see what I mean if you look at the cameras. Maybe not right now, but whenever you have the time. He's waving his other hand in front of him nervously, and his rays have shrunk in a little bit. What did Vanessa say to him? Son glances over at me for a moment before Vanessa starts talking again, and he sets his attention back on the phone. If something really did happen, the staff bots would have let me know. But what if they don't? That shouldn't be possible. I'd believe it if it was just one bot, but there's no way that many of them would just stop working out of nowhere. Well, what if they didn't think the person was dangerous? Son, that's not possible. They're supposed to go off if they see someone that shouldn't be here. Look, I don't want to completely rule out what you're saying, but what you're telling me just doesn't add up. I'll ask Ray about it later. I have to go check on the kid again. Before Son can respond, Vanessa hangs up the phone. His arms drop into feet as I make my way over to him, and he hands back the phone. She didn't believe you? Are you okay? You okay, buddy? You good? Son forces a smile and waves his hand in front of him nonchalantly. Yeah, I'm fine. Just worried. Yeah, no kidding. She thought it was weird. That was a weird bug that we had a while back. Maybe it was making me see things that weren't there. A bug? It's a long story. But she thought maybe I was hallucinating a rabbit we used to have here when I told her the person was dressed like a rabbit. What? Yeah, I tried telling her that it was real since you were there and there used to be a rabbit here? Yeah. I don't know much about him other than his name was Bonnie and he was one of the glam rocks. Huh? Yeah, the others don't really like to talk about it, so... I guess that's something else that we can ask Vanessa about later. Maybe. Remembering what I'm supposed to be doing, I put my phone back in my pocket and go to the computer to shut off the lights for the third time. At halfway there. Glancing at the little digital clock in the corner of the screen, I keep a mental note of the time. 3 a.m. Wow, it's a whole hour. I sigh, not wasting any more time turning the lights off, watching as the room dims around me, and my only source of light. There are screens and little charging stations on the wall. I step back from the computer. I know that I have to hurry up and get this done, but now that my adrenaline is starting to wear off, I don't know if I can. I sigh and glance back at Moon, who's giving me a knowing look. Feeling tired again, Rhea? We can be honest. Yeah. Probably a mix of the adrenaline and sugar starting to wear off, I think. Maybe I was hallucinating the rabbit after all. I smile slightly at my joke. Moon, however, seems less than amused, giving me a deadpan stare. I clear my throat, reading the room and taking my flashlight back out. I take my flashlight back out, making my way a few steps back past the desk. However, when I look back at Moon, I notice the cable lowering behind him. He points a finger at me and he starts hovering off the ground. Stay there, I'll be right back. With that, he leaves the cable, allowing him to maneuver over the barriers of the daycare and disappear. Shrugging and lowering my flashlight, I stay put. Not like I was going anywhere anyways. I eventually decide to sit on the floor with my legs crossed and my chin resting on my palm. Since I have nothing better to do, I look around at my surroundings. Several towers of stacked foam cans, sparkling floor, and a large cutout of the Glamrock's animatronics that decorate the place. For a place that's full of kids during the day, it's weirdly organized. Probably because of Sun. He did say that he never left this place, and I can imagine keeping it looking nice is a big reason why. I can't help but feel kind of bad, though. Sun and Moon's entire lives are in this daycare. I know that they have each other, but I can't imagine spending all my time in such a small area. My train of thought is cut off when a pair of red eyes peer at me just beyond the barrier. I sigh, pushing myself back up. There you are, Moon. Are we gonna allow— Oh, it's back. Oh, it's back. A loud ringing hits my ears and I jump, dropping my flashlight. What? Covering one of my ears with one hand, I try to pick it back up. A familiar red haze overlays my vision. Ugh, it's spooky. I don't like it. Ow! With it now back in my hands, I point in the direction of the eyes. However, they disappear as quickly as they came, and the noise in my ears fades into nothing but the subtle ambiance within the daycare. My arms drop to my sides. I hear the familiar sound of gears and robotics, and I look up. Moon is already re-entering the daycare. I'm not even sure if what I saw was real, or my mind is playing tricks on me due to stress. Either way, I try taking deep breaths to calm down my rapidly beating heart as Moon approaches me, the cable unhooking from his back and retreating back up. I wanted to do a quick check around the daycare just to keep an eye on things. Also, I brought you this. He gives me an opened can of Fizzy Fazz, and although reluctantly, I'll take it. So, nothing out of the ordinary? So far, no. That's good. He stares at me for a moment as I take a long sip of the soda. Somehow, it tastes even sweeter than normal. Did something happen while I was away? Your heart's racing. Oh, we're gonna tell him the truth. Well, Moon's expression softens as he waits for me to answer. I was over here waiting for you to come back, and over there. I point to where I saw them just past the barrier. I saw these red eyes. I thought it was you at first, but then I started hearing this loud noise. Moon's eyes widen slightly. It was the same thing I heard when that rabbit lady attacked me, so Moon looks to where I'm pointing and takes a few steps towards it. Did it look like she was trying to get in? I don't know. She was just there. And right before you showed up, she just, well, vanished. I can hear Moon's internal fans getting louder. Hopefully that means that she can't get in here. Yeah, that would be nice. The fact that she knows that you're here isn't good, though. You don't say. I take another long drink of soda, using my other hand to point my flashlight towards the structures. Shall we now? Moon tilts his head at me. Shouldn't you give it a minute? Why? I don't think that trying to work with this level of stress is a good thing. I'll be fine. I've managed the past 12 hours like 10 minutes of sleep. I'll live. Moon gives me a bewildered look, sighing in annoyance. Okay, we can check this one generator, and then you're taking a break. Be a little sassy. Sure. Sure. Am I lying? Yeah. Moon nods his head at the structures, motioning for me to follow him as he leads me over to the next generator. I set the soda can on the ground by the structures before I follow Moon in. He plops down next to the generators, looking over at me. Go on. I nod, putting my flashlight down so I can test the generator. The machine's LED light turns green as the mechanisms come roaring to life. Good, no problems. I do notice that my hand holding the switch is shaking a bit, though, more than normal. Is something wrong? What? You're just staring at it. Oh! I switched the generator back off and put up my flashlight before making my way back out of the structure. After picking up the soda can I left on the ground, I wait a moment for Moon to follow, lightly tapping my foot on the ground. Moon stands back up, albeit still slouching, and gives me a concerned look. Are you sure you're all right? Yeah. Why? Moon points at my hand, holding the flashlight. I didn't realize it, but I'm gripping the thing way tighter than I thought. I loosen my hold on it as I start walking back to the desk. See why I told you to take a break now? I roll my eyes. Yeah. Anyways. Moon stays silent, leaning back against the desk as I put down the soda and turn the lights on. I mark my progress and turn my flashlight off, watching as Sun sits on the desk, lightly kicking his legs back and forth. He's so cute! He's so cute! No! So, break time? I sigh. I can't. I have to finish this. Hey, you said you'd take a break after that one. Sorry, but I can't keep dragging this out. Come on, Rhea, please! I make my way out to the cables on the floor, being extra careful as I go sit down since my hands are still shaking a lot. Uh-oh. Alright, let's see. Uno. Where's the one? There we go. Ah! Oh, Rhea, no! What the? Sun suddenly grabs my wrist and practically drags me away from the wall. You're shaking! It's not safe to do that now! Technically, he's not wrong. This is electrical work. We don't want to get electrocuted. I'm practically vibrating. You sure that was soda and not an energy drink that Moon gave me? I notice Sun rays are shrinking a bit, and he's avoiding eye contact. Sun, what did you do? Okay, maybe I put in some sun drops in the drink and I thought it would help. He says it so fast that his words start blending together, but I can still understand him. Seriously? I'm sorry. Sun lets go of my wrist, staring at the ground like a kicked puppy. No. Aw, I try to go back to the cables, only for Sun to drag me back over to the desk again. Sun, really? I know I messed up, but messing with the cables and machines with shaky hands isn't safe. I want to get it done. I want to get it done. I'll be fine. It's not a big deal. I'll be fine. No, you might get electrocuted. It's not that dangerous. Sun doesn't say anything for a moment before suddenly picking me up. What? 1 second. I notice the cable lowering. Good lord, not again. Sun, no. I'll be careful this time. Oh, way to use my words against me. The cable lifts us off the ground much more slowly this time. Okay, he isn't messing around this time. And since he's not rushing this time, the ride isn't nearly as reckless. We're only in the air for a few moments before Sun steps into the small balcony that leads into his room. Okay, why are we here? Just a precaution, that's all. Sure. Taking a good look at the room behind us, it feels oddly lonely compared to the daycare. Oh, we're in the daycare room! This is the room. This is the real room. There's a small staircase leading into the space which is only faintly illuminated by the bright fluorescent lights behind us. There's some fairy lights strung along the wall, but several of the bulbs are broken or dim. The floor is wooden. It looks like it hasn't been swept in ages. There's various random objects strewn around the floor, plushies, stools, foam shapes, and other things. The corner next to the small chair is broken. A broken staff butt is mangled and its body and head are ripped apart. I hear Sun give a nervous chuckle, clearly noticing me staring at this, well, less than colorful living space. Welcome to my room! Why is it so... Why is it so dirty? I explained why it's messy. For some reason... for someone so happy, this place feels... sad. I don't mean it as an insult or anything, just the vibe I'm getting. No, I get that. Normally we don't get visitors. We're so busy that we never really considered it. Huh? Well, Sun goes and plops down onto a single beanbag chair in the corner of the room. Whatever you want to do up here, feel free. Okay. Alright. We got pilfered. We got taken away from our job. Forced break time. I look around a bit, seeing if anything in particular catches my eye. On the corner, it's covered in various drawings, most likely from the kids Sun and Moon look after on a daily basis. There's also a few messy ragdolls and the other things that made to look like them, placed neatly on a small table. In another corner, what appeared to be a hole in the wall leads into another room. My eyes land on Sun again. He's so pretty. I want to give him a smooch. He's so pretty! Oh my goodness. The damaged staff bot rests in his lap as he tries to reattach its head. He doesn't even seem to notice me watching it at all. Seeing how careful he's being with it makes me wonder how that bot got up there in the first place. But maybe I should have leave that question for later. I want to know what's up with the drawings. What's this? I point to the corner filled with drawings. Sun beams when he looks at it. Those are all gifts from the kids. Monty and I have been keeping each and every one of them. Oh my god. It's so cute! Ah! Sun's head tilts, his fingers slightly tapping on the hardwood floor as he goes on about all the drawings and things that the kids made specifically for him. No. Got any favorites? My eyes are directed toward a little felt plushie of Sun. The fact that it's handmade is evident, with buttons for eyes and dried white glue all over the seams. Aww. I can't pick a favorite. I love all of them. I stifle a laugh. That's sweet. Sun laughs nervously, but before he can say anything, the fairy lights give a brief flicker before dying out. Oh, come on! I just watch as they transform into Moon, who seems surprised. Which is suddenly Moon. Ah, those cheap lights probably burnt out. Ah. I can't say I'm surprised. Don't tell anyone I said this, but the people in charge of this place aren't known to splurge. Nah, I'm not arguing with you. I will give them some credit, though. If it weren't for them being stingy, I might not even be here right now. Aw, what? Remember that bug we've been mentioning? I nod. Moon leans back in the chair for a bit, facing the ceiling. If you want, I can tell you some things. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious. It would definitely explain some things. Like how Moon got the red eyes, and why the generators are in the play structures. I nod before dragging a small cushion a bit closer to where Moon is and sit down. Where do I start? Well... Oh, let's see. We get to choose. Is that why they closed the daycare? How did you deal with it? Is that why they closed the daycare? Is that bug the reason why they closed the daycare? I know this place was shut down for a while, but I didn't know why at the time, as that was a few months before I started working here. Moon nods. It was a safety precaution. They needed time to fix whatever was wrong with me, so for a while no one but the staff was allowed in here. So the bug mainly affected you, technically. However, I would be lying if I said Sun wasn't affected at all. While the staff was using the generators to deal with me, Sun was left on his own for a while. Oh, no! Poor thing. I won't go into detail, but I can't imagine what that felt like for him. Sun would go weeks without seeing anyone, while still having me to deal with. He sighs, arms spreading out onto the floor as he stares at the ceiling. I should have fought against that bug harder than I did. Aww. Well, that certainly clears some things up. But it still doesn't answer everything. I still have no idea why exactly or what exactly the bug did to Moon, but from what I can tell, it sounds pretty bad. That and how the bug came about in the first place is still a mystery to me. Maybe now isn't the time to ask. That's concerning. You weren't in control. I'm not concerned. I mean, it's just, it was a glitch. They handled it, though. Well, you weren't in control of yourself, right? No, I wasn't, but... Then stop being so hard on yourself. I'd say that you're more than making up for it now, and I think that Sun agrees with me. Yeah, he does. Exactly. Oh, the art is very good. He's very good art. Oh my. A small smile creeps onto Moon's face as he sits up. If only the rest of the staff were just as nice. How are you feeling, though? What? Is all the extra sugar starting to wear off? I completely forgot about that, even though that's why we're up here in the first place. I've stopped shaking, which is definitely a good sign. Yeah, I think so. Alright then. Moon gets up and walks to the balcony as the cable lowers to his level. Ready to continue? Yeah, one sec. Checking my phone for the time and any new notifications, I push myself up off the floor, one hand on the curtain-covered wall for support. However, I feel something stick to my palm when I pull my hand away. Peeling it off with my other hand, I realize that it's a piece of paper that's likely been taped to the wall. What catches my eye, though, is one word written in bold black letters. Missing. Oh, no. I don't get a good look at the small poster before Moon's voice snaps me out of it. Raya. Yeah? I quickly cover up the poster with the curtain before speed walking to Moon. The lights from the daycare shining onto the balcony cause Moon to transform back into Sun, who waves at me. Ready? Ready as I'll ever be. Wasting no time, Sun picks me up and brings me back down to the desk. My mind wanders back to the poster, and the only other detail I got from that was that the victim was 7 years old. Just a kid. So, what do you think? Huh? Of what Moon told you about the bug? Oh. It's a bit worrying. It must have been really hard for you both, though. I think it must have been really hard for you both. Since Moon wasn't in control of himself and you were basically isolated here for weeks. Sun sighs as we walk to the desk, unhooking the cable from his back. I don't really like thinking about it, but yeah. It does make me appreciate how things are now, though. It also makes me appreciate having Mooney around, too. Not having him around for that long was not fun. I shrug. Hey, I'd say that you two at least learned something from it. Not that it completely cancels it out, but, you know. Sun nods, smiling brightly as usual. I sigh, glancing at the remaining cables. I take my phone out of my pocket to check the time quickly. It's 5 a.m. already. Wow. Well, I'm officially pulling an all-nighter. Nothing I'm unfamiliar with. Oh! I get jump scared by the cables. 5 a.m. Wow. Alright, so 1... There we go. Nice. A 2... There we go. A 3... Where'd it go? Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Where is it? There it is. There we go. I'm glad these aren't timed. Just like... Oh, we get some more. Sneaky. Sneaky number 5. There we go. I stay seated on the floor for a minute, stretching my arms above my head as I lay down on the cold, hard tile. Sleeping in that chair definitely didn't do my back any favors. I close my eyes for a minute to block out the fluorescent light pouring into my eyes. Not that it really helps. Hints of orange and yellow manage to break through. I stay like that for a minute until something blocks out the light. Opening them, I see Sun standing over me, hands on his knees. Are you okay, Rhea? I toss my arm over my eyes. Yeah, all good. I need a hand? I hear his footsteps as he moves around me. A good enough sign to peek out from under my arm as any. Sun's giving me his outstretched hand. Oh, take the hand. Take his hand. Breathing out a laugh, I set my arm beside me and use my other to grab his. He smiles brightly as he pulls me up, putting his other hand on my shoulder for balance. Thanks. No problem. Sun gives me a pat on the shoulder before starting to walk back to the desk. I'm about to follow him, but I stop when I notice something. A few handprints on his back, along with bits of what I'm assuming is paint and marker ink. Sun? Yes? Is that paint on your back? Oh! Sun laughs bashfully, waving his hand. That's nothing. You know how kids are. Well, yeah, I figured. Does the maintenance staff help you with that at least? Oh, he's not able to... Oh, no. He's not... They don't help. He's not able to clean it off himself. I don't know. I guess he just has a hard time reaching it, even though... I don't know. He must be... Even though he's a bendy boy, it probably is still a little tricky to get, like, right there. All he does is fidget with his hands toward... and eyes towards the computer. Well, that answers it. Yeah, for what? But for why, though? Why? Eyebrows furrowed, I follow Sun back to the desk. The staff can't really be bothered? What? Huh? I lean over the desk, resting both arms on as I look up at him. I don't know, the way that you talked about the staff here, do they really care that little about you and Moon? Sun shrugs, trying to keep up the mood. Well, we're not for everyone. Some don't mind us, others do, but we try. Uh-huh. So, you're sure it's fine? Sun nods, the bells on his wrist emitting a soft chime as he gives me a double thumbs up. That's so cute. Oh, you did double thumbs up. You'd think whoever's at parts and services would be more on top of things. Well, I'm sure they're busy. There's no need to bother them. Every part of Sun's body is giving off a different signal. His hands wave everything off, his rays shrink back, and his smile is forcing its way back into his face. Is something wrong? No! I blink. Sun clearly knows that I'm not convinced. Just, they're busy enough as it is. Wouldn't want them worrying about us. Is this about the bug? Sun's staring at the floor, one hand fidgeting with the ribbons around his wrist. He nods. Well, you want to talk about it? If not, it's... No, Mooney already let you in on it. It's only fair that I tell you some things too, right? If you insist. Well, while the daycare was closed, we weren't really seeing anyone. And of course, the staff didn't stick around long when they had to come in here. They mainly dropped by to install the generators and make sure that they were working to keep Moon away. And I heard some of them talking once. One of them asked if they really needed to keep both of us after... Oh, so that's why he doesn't like parts and services. He's still worried that they're going to get rid of Moon. Everything's fine now, I know that. I still can't help but worry, though. I don't know if I can handle being completely alone here. Oh, no. No, you poor thing. Moon did mention Sun being isolated for a while. Who's all alone? Poor thing. No. But if the staff did all that just to keep Moon at bay... What did Moon do? If you don't mind me asking, what exactly did Moon do? Sun looks at me silent. I'm just curious, since apparently the staff had to go to those lengths just to keep him out. I can't help but wonder, you know? Sun lightly hugs himself as he looks toward the computer. Oh no. Maybe it would be better if Moon answered that. I follow his gaze to the computer sitting idly waiting for me to issue the usual command. I guess. Maybe I should try steering this conversation back on track. So, how do you feel about how things are now? I fidget with the scroll button on the computer mouse. Glancing at the time, we're already almost halfway through the hour. I didn't think my shift would include this much talking. At least that makes this job more interesting than sorting cables in silence. I can definitely say I like how things are. Feels nice knowing everything is mostly back to normal. That's good, at least. Sun suddenly grabs my shoulders and forces me to face the computer. Keep going then. I don't want to keep you from your responsibilities for too long. Oh, fair enough. I look back at the time and sigh as Sun sits on the desk again. Oh, gosh. Goodness gracious. I would have handled a whole bottle of melatonin pills if I knew I'd been up this late. Sun seems to do a double take, pointing at me like he wants to say something before backing off. What? Language! I raise an eyebrow, cracking a slight smile at his antics. Sun, I'm an adult, and there's no one around. I know, it's just force of habit. I snicker at that. Even when he's not working, he has a filter. It's cute. I kind of wanted to. No, he'll just be cute. That's kind of cute, not gonna lie. Oh, he's cute. Look at his face. Oh, I want to give him another hug. Ah. The Sun says nothing for a moment, his face spinning as he sits cross-legged on the desk. Look at his pants. So cute. What? I shrug, checking my phone for any notifications. Just the fact that you don't cuss at all. You definitely could. It's not like you get in trouble for it. But you just, well, don't. Well, I have to. I'd rather that than even risk saying something bad in front of the kids out of habit. How about Moon? Does he have a 24-hour filter? About that. I think the bug affected his filters a bit, so... It's not funny! It kinda is. Sun silently pouts both hands on either side of my head before... Oh, Sun silently puts both hands on either side of my head before gently making me turn to face the computer before letting go. I roll my eyes, once cracking a smile at his antics. All right. See you in a bit. The usual, lights out, moon's out, sitting cross-legged on the desk. So, about that filter. Yes, I can swear. What about it? I blink, not expecting that. Or at least not expecting him to do that so soon. Nothing. I step away from the desk, feeling a headache coming on when I start to walk by the play structures. Thankfully, it feels like a normal I only slept for 10 minutes headache and not the weird rabbit lady is about to kill me headache. Never did I think I'd be happy for one of my headaches from lack of sleep, as if this night couldn't get any weirder. Moon hops off the desk and catches up with me. Honestly, I think I deserve workers' comp for this. I'm definitely not getting paid enough to barely survive nearly being murdered by a woman in a rabbit onesie. Don't joke like that. Right, moving on. That aside, you'd be lucky if they even believed you. Moon makes a gesture asking me to follow him, and I tag along as he guides me toward the 4th generator. Not that it's your fault, they're just not what you call urgent. Again, don't tell anyone I said that. I'm not trying to get scrapped anytime soon. Yeah, good plan. I can faintly see the red light of the next generator behind the frame of the center structure. Just one more after this, and I'm home free. One more, and I'll get to leave. I'll leave not knowing when or if I'll see these two again. Might as well get any questions out of the way now. Hey, random question. Oh, that's right. We wanted to know what the bug made him do. The staff put these generators to deal with you, right? Moon says nothing for a bit, doesn't even look at me as we make our way up to the structure. Yes. Really hoping this doesn't upset him. What happened exactly? Like, what did you even do? Silence. Moon stops. I also stop, remaining just a few feet away. I wait for him to say something. Anything. Moon? Nothing. He keeps his back turned. Oh no. Moon? It's better if I don't say. What? Moon, it couldn't have been that bad. And if it was. Oh no. I can't find a response for that. But if it really is as bad as he says. No, there's no way. I mean, you did say you had no control when Drop it, Rhea. I'd rather not think about it. Not now. Can I at least ask why? I don't like talking about it. I keep quiet as Moon continues guiding me. My mind wanders back to the poster I saw in his room. I'm hoping that I'm just overthinking this, and the poster being there is just an unfortunate coincidence. However, my thoughts are cut off when Moon suddenly turns and sits right next to the generator. Your turn, Rhea. I nod, shuffling over and flipping the switch, listening to whatever motors and mechanisms are inside the power on as the LED lights flicker to green. 4 down, 1 to go. I turn off the generators as Moon makes a head start back out, and I scramble to follow him. Moon stands up straight, letting out what sounds like a sigh as he stretches his arms above his head. For a moment, I'm reminded of how tall he and Sun actually are, just as he goes right back to his unusual slouch stance. Moon notices me looking and tilts his head slightly. What? Ah. Why are you so tall? He's cool. I give him a compliment. Gosh, especially after that, the intensely awkward conversation we just had. Christ, you're tall. Moon looks at me confused, like if I just asked if the sky is orange. That's it. Well, yeah, I didn't really think about it until now, but my god, you're built like a whole giraffe. Oh, built like a giraffe. Moon snickers at my comment, leaning back against the structures behind us. Oh, I did a smile. Oh, the smile's back. Yay. Okay, good. Good. Should I take that as a compliment? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Moon crosses his arms, looking down at me while he waits for my response. Rhea. Oh. Oh, no. Jesus Christ, why is he looking at me like that? This is very awkward for me. Yeah. I give him an awkward thumbs up, as if I didn't just forget how the English language works. Moon shakes his head as he starts walking back to the desk. Cute. Am I really flirting with a robot right now? Oh yeah, you better believe it! Maybe it's about time I do some serious introspection. I don't think about it too hard. Or I pretend that it's entirely normal in hopes that it happens again. Oh my god, Rhea, no, focus. I quickly snap myself out of whatever I was experiencing. Of course I follow him back, stopping at the computer. Last one, Rhea. I know. Last one. It feels kind of weird knowing it's almost over. Earlier, it felt like I was making no progress, and now I'm about ready to leave for the night. Glancing at the clock, it reads 5 a.m. With my hand on the mouse, I stare at the screen with the option to turn the lights back on. Maybe it's just paranoia over something bad happening when I step out the door, but part of me doesn't want to leave quite yet. Even though I already know I can't stay forever. I guess Moon caught me staring into space, though. Ha ha! Hit me. As he waves a hand in front of my face. Rhea. I blink, snap back to reality. Huh? It looked like you were spacing out. There's a pun there. Oh, well, you'd be right about that. We stand in silence for a minute before Moon speaks again. Rhea. Yeah? Do you think that we'll see each other again after this? I don't know what I can say to that. I don't make those decisions, but considering how kind Sun and Moon have been to me, it would be really nice to see them more often. Actually, thinking about it makes me remember something else. Well, I don't make those choices here, but I know that the Glamrocks all have their designated mechanics. I just barely notice Moon's expression brightening a little. Maybe if I get some more time here, I could ask about that. If it helps, Sunny and I could put in a good word for you. That would definitely help, thanks. I look back at the screen, feeling a bit of new motivation. Ready? Moon nods, and I turn the lights back on, wasting no time going to the last few cables that need sorting. Alright, here we go. Last round of cable sorting. So this is so funny. This is something I used to do when I worked on a lot of film crew sets back in the day. there are very specific and particular ways that you are supposed to wrap electrical cables, and it's very important that they get wrapped that way, otherwise it destroys the cable. So seeing this irks me. There we go. Last one. Before I can even move, Sun picks me up and places me on my 2 feet himself. Looking up, I can see him smiling down at me, his hands on my shoulders. Oh, I want a hug! I want a hug! Give me a hug, please! Hey, Sun. Hello! So what do you think of my little designated mechanic idea? It's a great idea, but until then, please stop by whenever you can, okay? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Sun's expression brightens, his rays retracting and expanding in what I think is safe to describe as joy. We both stand in silence for a moment, and I glance back at the computer. All I have left to do is to turn the lights off, test the last generator, and then I'll be home free. I think Sun notices my gaze as he lets go of my shoulders and lightly nudges me to the computer. Go on, Rhea. I'm sure you want to go home, right? I shrug. It would be nice to go pass out for a few hours. What about you, though? Well, I won't be leaving anytime soon. I still have plenty to do here to prepare for tomorrow when we reopen. That makes sense. I decide to quit stalling and I turn off the lights for the last time, Sun standing behind me as I do so. As usual, the daycare is cloaked in a droning ambiance, and I can clearly hear the attendant's mechanism behind me as Sun transforms into Moon again. You ready? Moon nods, already walking ahead. Small question. Would you mind if we walked you out of here? Just in case that person is still around somewhere. As I follow him, I get flashbacks of just a few hours ago. Yeah, I'd appreciate that, thanks. It's the least we can do. The last generator is at ground level, so it doesn't take long for us to find it. I still have to tell Vanessa about the whole thing later, too. That's true. Whenever I come back here, I'll keep you and Sun updated. Scooting over to the generator, I flip the switch. To my absolute surprise, it works. After switching it off, Moon and I exit to the structure in silence. So, this is it, huh? Moon nods as he walks back to the desk. I follow. I look at the computer screen before glancing back at Moon. Hug him goodbye! Hug him goodbye! Ignoring the computer for now, I wrap my arms around Moon. Ah! Now Moon gets a hug! Ah! I wrap my arms around Moon's torso in a tight hug. He freezes for a moment, most likely not expecting it. He eventually hugs me back, though, gently placing his hands on my back. We stay like that for a minute. I'm practically leaning on him, and I feel his hands lightly gripping the back of my shirt. I do let go eventually, though, smiling up at Moon, as though I'm about to turn the lights on. Moon smiles back, his arms crossed. Oh, it's so sparkly! Look at that face. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my goodness! I'm blushing. Oh no! My hand on the computer mouse. I glance back at Moon for the last time tonight. See ya, Moon. Moon smiles slightly, and his head tilts a bit. Goodbye, Rhea. Ah, the daycare is lit up again as I watch Moon transform into Sun. Not a word leaves his mouth. So, ready to head out? He shrugs, fidgeting with his hands. I guess this would be my first time out at the daycare, which is exciting. Yep. I go to pick up my stuff and make sure that I'm not forgetting anything as I walk out next to the door, next to the desk. Sun goes ahead and moves some of the makeshift barricade away. I gesture for him to follow me before I push the button on the wall, taking a few steps back while the door opens. As we're making our way out to a nearby staff-only room, I glance back at Sun, who seems almost mesmerized by our surroundings. Aww, he's never been to the outside! Can we come into the out now? Aww! Ah! I don't blame him. He's never been able to see the rest of the Pizzaplex through his own eyes until now. The staff-only room is pretty mundane, but Sun is lighting up at every detail. He seems to snap out of it once we reach the exit, though. His eyes are back on the door, and he's back to fidgeting with his hands. One last hug. One last hug. Dropping my stuff off on the floor, I charge at Sun with a hug, making him stumble back a bit. He seems almost stunned for a moment before picking me up and squeezing me back and laughing. I lightly kick my feet back and forth in the air, just savoring the moment before I have to leave. Sun steps ahead of me to hold the door open and to the nearly empty parking lot waiting outside. I don't want to go! I don't want to go! Close the door! I'm going back in. We're staying here. I'm gonna have a sleepover. Thanks, Sun. No problem. After taking a few steps outside, I look back at him, waving my free hand. Oh, he's waving back. Bye. He waves back as energetic as ever. Goodbye, Rhea. Goodbye. I continue my walk to my car, hearing the door close behind me and the faint sound of bells slowly fade away. I get to my car without any problems, placing my belongings in the passenger seat before starting the engine. I can feel a small headache coming on as I back out of the spot, but I'm sure it's nothing some sleep won't fix. For a split second, I thought it was gonna say it's nothing I need to worry about, and I was about to be like, oh no! As I'm leaving, though, I notice something in my rearview mirror. Or at least I think I do. Is it Sun? Is it Sun waving at us still? When I look, though, there's nothing unusual. Maybe I'm overthinking this. We have been gaslighting ourselves this entire night. We gotta cut that out. I decide that I want to get back home before I pass out behind the wheel, so I keep my eyes on the road, leaving the Pizzaplex behind me for the night. That's it! We did it! Ah! Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody, I hope that you absolutely get just as much enjoyment. I'm gonna be going through all of these later and enjoying them myself, but go support the creator, go show them some love. Everything's down in the description below. If you like the game, and you get a chance to play it, comment down below, or if you like the game, if you liked watching it, let me know. I'm definitely gonna be doing a few more of these, as far as series go. I love these visual novels, they're so good. So if you've been enjoying the series, great. If you have any other comments or anything else that you want to say, if you just want to say hello, because I always love it when you all say hi. It's so great. I hope that you all have an absolutely lovely night and a beautiful tomorrow. Goodbye!